Hi everyone, welcome to the review of Wargame Airland Battle. This is the second game in the series, so the first one was just called Wargame. I didn't play that one too much, and I would say it's probably it had some of the problems that this one has as well. But we'll talk about that a bit later on. So the game is a strategy game. You basically control an army in a scenario of war, and I'm just going to start by showing you the tutorial. So if you're not familiar with the kind of game and the series, you might want to start with these tutorials, and they're very nice to introduce you to the game mechanics. So I'm just going to pick a tutorial here, and I find that the difficulties that they mention here are not really adjusted. So for example, I found that tutorial number 2 was much harder than tutorial number 4, for example. And I don't know how adjusted the difficulty settings are. Anyway. The game is really nice, so you basically have a lot of control over your units, and you have different units you can command. So the tutorial doesn't give you much, it just says destroy all command units. So I would say that the tutorial could be a lot better because it doesn't really help you very much, but it's nice in a way that it introduces you to simple things one way at a time. So right now, for example, I can see that there are some tanks here moving in, and well, I'm just figuring out this is my base, and that I have some tanks of my own to attack. In terms of strategy, the game is really nice. So you'll get to enjoy the complexity of the game. However, you kind of need to find out on your own a lot of the things in the game. So, for example, I have reinforcements here, and I can pick up an airstrike, and I'm just guessing that if I click on this and then on the target, that an airplane will strike, and there he goes, and eventually they'll die. The game looks really nice in terms of graphics, so you can zoom into a lot of detail. It has really nice detail. So, for example, you can see a tractor over here, and you can see your units in a high detail. And I guess that's a really nice thing that the game has. The only problem I found was I was very happy, and I did all the tutorials. The game takes a while, so each mission will actually take a very long while, and I would say that it could be a bit faster, so the game could have a faster pace. However, the main problem that I found was when I did all the tutorials, and I started on the first campaign, so I'm gonna click the first campaign here. Launch. So the tutorials bring you immediately to a battle, and they show you have infantry, you have tanks, but then suddenly if you start a campaign, it's totally different from the tutorial. So now I have a map, and I have no idea what this is. The tutorial didn't teach me this. So I have, where do I click? I mean, is this the enemy? What am I supposed to do? I have some boats here, but I can't click them. It's well, this is Europe. It's kind of strange, and eventually you'll find there's a couple of units you control in the map, and you can send them somehow. I haven't figured that out yet, but okay, so I'm actually the red guy, and I thought that was the enemy. And now I send orders, and if there's an enemy in the same territory, then you'll get a battle, and you can either avoid it or launch it and actually play. So I find that the tutorials didn't prepare you for this, and I would say that's a very big problem, because the campaign itself is totally different from the rest of the missions you just did. So for example, while in the tutorial I actually won points, a couple of them as I was killing enemies. The campaign starts with 1,500 points, and I can basically choose every single unit that's on the game, and it's just overwhelming, you know, because in the tutorials I just had 1 or 2 units that I could pick from. So for example, I never seen these 3 tanks. Actually, the tutorials are not even from the same faction. Now I'm playing with the Soviets, and I have 3 tanks to choose from. I have, you know, a lot of infantry that I don't even know what they do. Of course, I have details here, but it's just, I think, too overwhelming for someone that it's just entering the game. So I would say that either the first campaign could be a tutorial, or they should just decrease drastically the options that of the units you can buy. Because honestly, I have no idea what I should, you know, pick. And that brings a sort of a defeat purpose to the game. So right now, honestly, I'm not feeling like playing the game, because I have like 20 units to choose from, and I have no idea on what I should do, and that's annoying. So this is when you'll notice that my reviews are very different from, you know, a magazine's reviews or websites reviews, where they actually play the full game even if they don't like it, just to say that it's crappy. I'm doing a review like a normal player would, and facing this issue, now I can call a couple of airplanes and things, but I don't know what to do. So honestly, I lost my motivation to play this game, and what I'll do is I'll just exit the game, and this is the end of my review, because I don't feel like playing the game anymore. And it might look drastic or stupid to some of you, but honestly, I think this will happen to a lot of players. So I don't think that I'm prepared enough, and I'm not willing to spend the extra effort to try and learn all the units, to just do you know, a campaign that it's probably going to be too hard for me, because I haven't learned anything, and I haven't played the previous game. So maybe this is a game only for people that played the one before. So I don't know. Anyway, I didn't like it. I think in terms of strategy, it might be one of those games that it's awesome if you dedicate yourself to it. I just don't feel like doing that, and I got annoyed that the tutorials weren't good enough. So this is the end of the review. I might get back to this later on if I don't have anything else to play, but for now I think my time will be better spent on other more interesting games. So thank you for watching the review. Please do a like and subscribe to the channel. And this is the hard critic, and that's why the review just stopped. So I hope you liked it. That's it for now.